Today I'm going to talk about a very deep subject, the death. Uh, I wanted to recording it so I don't forget the subject. So even if it's Sunday, I normally doesn't recording on Sundays, but this time I do that because it's very important to understand this with death. It's I think it's July 21, 2023, and I have changed my name after being to Jerusalem for the fourth time, and my name is Anna today, and that was my first name from the beginning. But in some way my parents called me something else, and now I'm Anna, and I live in Sweden, and I have in the year 2000 I was on my way to make a suicide because life seemed so very bad. Everything was against me, and before I go to the lake to go into the lake and kill myself, a higher priest from heaven come. I didn't know it was a higher priest, but I have learned from afterlife, those that is in my home from heaven, that it was a higher priest, and and then after the highest priest was gone, God come and talked to me about the future. So it was 2000 it happened. Before that I didn't know God. I was 48 years old and I had not known God. But with that thinking to make a suicide, the higher priest come and helped me. And so now I'm going to talk about death. I have talked about that before in another way to look at death, because there is a spirit death and there is a body death. And the spirit death, you can still go on and live your life. It's only that you don't have any contact with God and afterlife. They try to hit you, they try to come in contact with you, but you are so dead in the spirit, so you don't hear and you don't see any sign of them wanted to talk to you. And then we have the body death, and that is what I am going to talk about today. And I hope I get help from those in afterlife to explain the whole thing. I am very curious about it, if it will happen. But from the start I'm talking from myself, and then I will see if the spirit's coming through and talk to us about death. And it's very cold here in Sweden. It's not like in south of Europe. Here is it very, very cold for to be in July. And I don't know if I'm freezing in my body or is it a spirit that is already here that touching me. I don't know yet what it is. And about the death of the body, it's giving a answer in that way that Jesus was saying at the cross. He said that it was completed just when he died. And that is the key word of death, is completed. It means the earthly life is completed. We can't do any more things here on earth with our body, because it's completed. It's gone. It stopped your life with death, with the body death. And it's now or never. You can do things in your earthly body to make you live longer than only the stop of the death in your body. It's if you want to live a longer life in the afterlife, you need to look at your life now, because no one knows when it's time to go. And you can't say to death, wait a little, I have other things to do, I must do these things. You can't say that, because if it's completed, it's completed. Your life is stopped here on earth, and you need to have prepared for death by doing what you're supposed to do in good ways if you want to live longer in heaven. And I have talked about how it looked like in hell, where I have been. I was not there for myself. It was a learning how it looked like in hell, and I have described it in another chapter, and you that follow me, you have listened at that chapter. And so the most listened chapter I have on this in this podcast is this that it's hell in a hospital or something like that, and it's sad that people want to hear negative things. They think they should know, like the area hell by that chapter, and I wrote it like that for those negative people to listen at it, to get to see how many listener I will have if I write that title about hell. And I knew it already, but I got it confirmed that is the most listened chapter. And it is this with death. What is the meaning of death? That is the subject for just now, and I need to get help from afterlife to know exactly what it is. But it is like Jesus was saying, it's complete, and that is your life. You can't go back to life and do something else and change what you have said and done. You need to do it when you are here on earth. Before that time will come, but you don't know when the time will come when you have complete your life here on earth. Most people are surprised when they realize that they are in the end of their life here on earth. So it's what those in heaven have, those in afterlife have told us, that we should be prepared. We must know what will happen in the end of our life and have prepared for that, to could enter into heaven peaceful and not be. I have told you about I was up to heaven once because I was frightened to take the airplane from United States to Sweden, back to Sweden. I was very scared because when I took the flight from Sweden to United States in year 2000, I had fear because when I was on the airplane up in the air, suddenly the airplane fall down like being an elevator, and the captain on the airplane, he say that we have lost an engine motor in the airplane, and that's why we were falling in the air. It's not that it was flying forward, it sink down in the air, and then they started again with the engine, and I had fear because of what happened when I took the airplane to United States in 2000. And so heaven helped me in that way, that certainly in the night when I was sleeping, I go up to heaven, and I was standing in a line of people, and in front of us there was like an office desk, and a big book was laying there, and then behind the office desk was an archangel. I say archangel because the wings she had wings, and behind her it was laying maybe 3-4 meters away from her, the wings, it was so big wings, and I was wondering how can she hold it up, the wings. But it's not a earthly weight. The wings was no weight on, so she could carry it, and it maybe was only for us to see it, so it doesn't exist really. And but it was this, that there was a woman before me, and she was crying, and she didn't want to go into heaven because she had so much more going on earth. So she had to go into heaven. The archangel told her to go, and I be worried because I didn't know afterlife and God so much in that time. So I say to the archangel that I need to be on earth a little more, and I ask permission to come back to earth, and I say, and she asked me, how many years do you want? And I say to her, 10 years, I say to her, asking. And the angel answer me, I give you 20 years, she say. And I have passed those years, so I wonder if she took 20 and 10 years, so 30 years to live. I don't know, and maybe it was only to make me relax and could take the airplane back home when I needed to go back to Sweden from United States. And maybe it was that because I had easily I could easily take the flight back to Sweden without any fear. And so it was about this woman before me, that she was crying, and she didn't want to go into heaven. She was not prepared. That's what she told the archangel. But the archangel sent her into heaven without she could do anything, she that was before me. And that is for you, that I'm telling you. It's too late when you're standing in a line in front of the archangel in heaven, and then you say, I'm not really done with what I should do on earth. You need to do it before the time will come when God call you. And it seems like it is a spirit now here. And it looked like an angel. It looked like an angel, but she don't have those long wings. But she is an angel. And she act like she teaching. She bow down a little she want to whisper in my ear, she say. So I wonder what she wanted to say that she can't say loudly. She say it's a secret, she is saying. That's why she whisper. So I will see what she's going to say that is so secret. It's those scared, holy things that we should not know. But she want to tell me and tell you that listen. She say, you know that you have lived more than one life. She's saying to me, and that's this secret she want to tell, that some of you that listen, that follow me, that you have already lived some lives, and that is I tell her that we are talking about death. What is the meaning with death? And it's she talking about completeness in life. She say, for some is not death completeness. She is saying this. She is saying that is on every person that go away from earth and go to heaven, we also be reminded about that person's life when she or he is in the heavenly court, and the life is rolling up and it's showing us, and we look at it all together, that before that person is coming to heaven, there is only some spirits and angels that have followed this person. But up in the heavenly court, we look at it, look at the life and see if it's complete as it should be when we send this person down to earth to walk. And there is some reason sometimes that person walk away from the plan we had for that person, and it's not completed. The plan is not completed. So we send this person down once again. And the meaning of death is to close the book of that person's life. But we can't close the book if it's not completed. That's what the Spirit's saying. I start to be a little like crying, because I understand what she or he is talking about. that we need to complete the plan that heaven have for us. So we, in their love for us, they love us so much because we were created in that way they wanted us to be, and we come to earth with a plan from heaven. But life here on earth is so very, very hard, and the devil and those children of the devil is so very smart, and they know us. I have talking about that many times. They know us, and they play with that to make us walk away from the plan. This angel is showing me a picture of a person coming down with a scroll in its hand. That scroll should be open and fulfilled. But if it's not fulfilled, be completed, and it's very big gap, and that person have been a good person, but it's still have had going away from that plan. They give you a chance, one more chance to live a complete life after the plan. So it is very important to ask God and the afterlife through God. You need to go through God to ask those in afterlife what you could done better with your life and what you can do better when you still are on earth. You have to communicate with afterlife. It's not about asking God or asking Jesus, but asking those in afterlife to help you to understand how to live your life. And you get much of it here together with me. And the answer, if you have not understand it, I say once again, the death is completeness, and that means that you will not coming back. But if it's not completed, the death is not completed, you need to come back. If you were a good person and tried to do your best, but you didn't understood because you were in your church, and those that preach for you say something else. They lie for you because they were not from God, they were from the devil, and they wanted you to walk away from the plan, and you did that, but you in your heart you wanted to do the right things. And that is why the death was not completed in you. So you have to live one more life. And that is the spiritual meaning of death. That death is completed life. And you will take the consequence of what you have done. If you don't have that in your heart, that you want want to be just as you can't be perfect because we are human, but be the best you can be for God, for heaven and afterlife, so you can go with them in afterlife, be together with them, and not only running around on the meadow. What you will ask for to come into the city, not to go running around on a meadow, because those are like children and they are not thinking about serious things. They are not thinking about those people that is left behind, that still are here on earth, that they need help. So you should ask for to come into the city, that you may, some people have maybe read that book to go for the stars, but you may be going just over the treetops. But you should take one step higher. You should not ask for to only come into heaven, because then you'll be on the meadow. You should ask to come into the city. And it's not maybe granted for you. That's what you want to do, your own will. But the heaven and afterlife and God, they know what you have been up to in your life. So you may be going to the meadow, but you should ask to come into the city. That's your goal, your target. But it maybe not be granted. That's the other thing, because you have not lived after what you should have done. You have not been walking in God's plan that you had in your hand the day when you were born here on earth. You had a plan in your hand already. But you let them talking into you to walk away from the plan. You listen too much of people that was around you, and you listen at your family, because that's what your family you thought. But they maybe was not your family, because your real family is in heaven, and not those that you were born into that family. You need to stand on your own to make decision when you are old enough to could do decision. You need to look after yourself, where you are in God's plan for your life. And if you don't know the plan, you should ask for that. You ask heaven to show you the plan that you were born with. You hold it in your hand. And a hand means action. Hand means action. So that's what you should do. But you open up your hand and drop the plan very quick in your life. And then you never find it. But you can find it by asking afterlife, what was the plan God had for me when I come to earth? let me could understand the plan that I hold in my hand, the action I should make in my life. It's like a prayer I did now for you. But you should not repeat what I say, but about the same words you should pray for. Not, you should never copy a prayer. A prayer is your personal talking to God, and have nothing with books to do. It's from your heart to God, your prayer. So I hope you understand this, that death is completeness. So, God bless you.